Hey folks, welcome back for another build video. This time around we're focused on the Deflector Ballistic Shield and all of the fun you can have redirecting your enemy's fire right back at it. So if I'm being totally honest, this is the first time I've really sat down and investigated the Deflector Ballistic Shield. It's a skill that never truly appealed to me before because I don't think I fully understood how cool it can be. Originally all I read is that it's the Striker Ballistic Shield, but I can't use a normal weapon, so why would I want to do that? But it really starts to shine in situations where you're adding directives to your mission objectives, whether it be pistolero or limited ammo or even cool skills, because with the majority of the directives you're going to want to be using your pistol anyway, and on top of that you can use your enemy's ammo against them, reducing the amount of output that you personally have to produce. And on top of all of that, it's really just a joy to play with, and it really brings a smile to my face when you're seeing an enemy shoot at you and then hurt themselves. So with that, let's get into this one. Starting with the specialization, we've gone with the Technician for the ability to unlock the Artificer Hive. That's really going to buff our shield health. I've gone over it before, but for anyone who doesn't know, the Artificer has a drone that it will periodically release to affect your skills, including repairing your Deflector shield. With that, we'll breeze through our primary and secondary weapons here because you're not really going to use them a lot at all. But for our primary weapon, we've gone with the Mop with its plus 10% armor on kill attribute, and then we've rolled Preservation to just increase that same benefit. And then likewise, we have Emmeline's Guard as our secondary weapon, going with a similar theme. If you're switching off of your pistol, you're probably going to want to get armor back, so that perfect preservation with plus 12% armor on kill is a great way to get some armor back if you need it. But with that, we get into our real primary weapon, the TDI Card Custom. Personally, I love the way it feels. On top of that, it's got a +1 skill tier to buff that Artificer Hive that we just talked about. And then down here, we've got In Sync. For our mask, we have our first piece of Foundry Bulwark. It's becoming my go-to with any sort of shield build that I put together. And on this piece, we have repair skills in both the attribute and mod slot. One note here, you could go with skill damage instead, given that the Deflector shield does have some offensive capabilities. Skill damage does seem to increase your deflected bullet damage if you choose to go that route. Personally, I wanted to keep my shield up for as long as possible, which is why I went with repair skills pretty much everywhere I could. For our backpack, we have the named Force Multiplier, primarily because of the perfect combined arms talent. I will make one quick note. While obviously the perfect combined arms gives you a higher skill damage output, if you want to buff your shield health instead, you could go with one piece of Empress International here to get that plus 10% skill health. But instead I opted to go with the Force Multiplier. Given the skill repair that we're putting on everywhere else, I wanted to buff our damage output a little bit, hence perfect combined arms on the Force Multiplier. For our chest piece, we've gone with one piece of Wyvern Wear to get that plus 10% skill damage. On top of that, we have skill damage in the attribute slot and repair skills in the mod slot. And then for the talent, we have Kinetic Momentum, which has the dual benefit of increasing our skill damage and our skill repair for that Artificer Hive. For the gloves, we have our second piece of Foundry Bulwark, getting us that plus 10% total armor bonus. That, coupled with the core armor attribute and the repair skills in our attribute slot, give us quite a bit of armor, shield health, and skill repair for our shield. For our holster, we have our third piece of Foundry Bulwark, getting us the plus 1% armor regen bonus and the plus 50% shield health. On top of that, we have repair skills again here in the attribute slot. And to finish it off, we have the same story here with the knee pads, armor, core, and repair skills. And then we have our fourth piece giving us our makeshift repairs bonus. And then of course, this completes the 4-piece set of Foundry Bulwark, giving us the makeshift repairs talent, which works particularly well with the ballistic shield, where anytime you or your shield take damage, 20% of that amount is repaired over 15 seconds. So every time an enemy shoots at your shield, you're going to deflect that bullet back at them, and on top of that, you're going to heal your shield a little bit as well. So as you'll see in the video, this build is all about trying to take as much fire as possible on your shield. Between the Foundry Bulwark gear set and the Artificer Hive and all of the repair skills that you've rolled onto this build, you should be able to maintain that shield health. But if you do ever need to pop into cover, you can pull out your Mop or your Emmeline's Guard, get some armor back on kill, and then pop back out there and keep rolling. Like I said, the main focus of this one is to deflect those bullets and do a lot of damage that way. On top of that, you'll have your TDI Card Custom out there helping you along. As with the melee build and a couple of other builds, this one in particular just really made me smile when you go out there and see your enemy shoot at you and then hurt themselves. It's really just a way to change your mood, So go out there, give this one a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.